Om Stapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishna te namaha. Enshrining God within, before we possess the ego of, so that, rather I should say, so that the ego of a teacher doesn't harm our evolution to our divinehood. That we see, Sri Ramakrishna is telling the Podhos story. Sri Ramakrishna told how he was blowing the conch in the temple, dilapidated temple. People thought the temple has restarted and started running there, hearing the conch shell sound, and they started laughing at him. So such a calamity should not happen in our life. First of all, invoke the deity and then give lectures to your heart's content. First of all, dive deep, plunge to the bottom and gather up gems. This is the main part of our human existence for which we have come. We have to balance between our secular and spiritual life in such a way that secular life doesn't interfere in our spiritual life. At the same time, unavoidable it is for our evolution. Secular life is a life where the activities and relationship and dealings with the world, interaction with the world continue. Here we expand our base. It is the most essential part of human life and existence that we expand basically at a very level of our existence. I am eating, I am purchasing, I am earning, I am moving about in the world, I am dealing and transacting with the world. And it is inevitable because my life is there, I have to evolve further. I am under the karmic load of my past. The fact that I have taken a human birth, I have the karmic load equal of the merit and demerit. And I have to yield to nature till I transcend my karmic load, till I exhaust all my vasanas. Inevitably, I am subjected. And there the secular life becomes inevitable. It has to be there. I may somehow pull on without activity for some time. But lives after lives, I cannot live like that. One life I can somehow cover myself with laziness, depend upon some other people like parasite, and live somehow, do a little work here and there. But you can't continue for. You have to be active, and because you are a spiritual sadhaka. Others can do without it because they don't have that end to achieve. Though it is the essential imperative on human existence to realize God and transcend the nature. But many are in the involutory process. They can't. Those who are in the evolutionary process, the evolution, tree becoming seed is involution. The seed becoming tree is evolution. In the whole creation, constantly changing universe, there will be two, half the portion will be going below, other half will be coming above. It is a circular. Those who escape the motion, either at the hub or being thrown away from the wheel, they escape. So the evolutionary process is where we move from away from the center and escape and fly away. So this evolutionary process to enter back the source has to be done at two ends. One is intense activity, because we have bound ourselves with the activity, and the same activity we have to do to unwind ourselves. So winding we have done with the action, unwinding we have to do with the action. So action is essential in our life, both for spiritual evolution and for living in this world. In spiritual evolution, my transactions, dealings, and all this, when I bring my spiritual awareness in all fields of my activity, then I am expanding my base in spiritual life. I can go to very heights if I am able to deal with people, deal with situations of life in spiritual awareness. I have nothing more to hold me back. I can simply boost up myself, blow up myself, expand vertically. I can raise my heights. Otherwise, I am small. My understanding level, it is there. Some small experiences are there. I live at that level. I can't increase my height. I will be stagnant at particular level. When I start expanding my base, I have some spiritual understanding. With that spiritual understanding, I become stable to expand myself. Then vertical height increases. Spiritual evolution is possible in and through the activities which is associated, not empty activities. It is activities in which my spiritual understanding and awareness has been percolating, has been flowing through. My dealings, I am talking to a person, my spiritual awareness, I am trying to see the divine in him. I want to serve this world. I am seeing the divine in him and working. It is my understanding at practical level, my spiritual experiences at practical level. This opens up higher doors and higher levels of consciousness to pass through. And this is how the two essentials. So when we start a little, we have acquired knowledge and we have possessed the ego, I know more than you. Then the problem comes. I will cease. Nothing happens to him. He may maximum get confused a little. But what happens to me is I am not evolving. I become, again I enter, the moment ego comes, I enter into another field of stagnancy. I cannot move further. That is at that level. And if it is long lasting, I continue for many lives, then I am slipping down behind. So that Sri Ramakrishna doesn't want to happen. So he says, first the purpose of human life, be clear, fix the goal. Try all your efforts and this let the work go on going. Whatever knowledge you have, show it in your life. Show it in your life. Others will automatically pick up. If you live an exemplary life, it itself is a teaching. Every bit, how to walk, how to move, how to think, how to live, everything we have to show. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna asks about the Sthita Prajna. Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha. Samadhistasya keshava. Sthitadhi kim prabhasheta kimasita vrajeta kim. How does he behave? How does he live? How does he sit? How does he stand up? How does he move about? Every bit of my life must be, the people must be able to absorb, must wonder at it. For them to be access and enter, I must be so simple, I must be so free, I must be available at all times. That I am not separated from anybody, I am not a stranger to anybody. I'm open, I'm open. So this is the spiritual understanding makes you two things, important thing, the spiritual understanding you have got is absence of ego. Humility you are cultivating, you are expanding. Purity is the first basic characteristic of a sadhaka. He is pure. He is radiating purity wherever he goes. He is filled with love. He radiates love. There is no hatred. There is no dislike. Yes, everything. Acceptance of world as it is. No complaints. No, nothing to... because his vision is different. He sees something beyond what we see. Normal man, what he sees is different from what a sadhaka sees. So here we see he is giving without possessing the ego. He is teaching without words and movements. Simply he is living to himself, others are following, wondering at him. First of all, dive deep. That's the main important thing is when you are sitting for meditation, it is not you may be having all through the day work activities, but when you sit, how did you work in the world is the way in which you meditate. If you have worked with absolute perfection everywhere, everything you have done with great perfection, with great concentration, dedication, the same dedication, concentration with which you are going to go inside, entering inside. Your spiritual practices are absolutely perfect. No error anywhere. Sitting for meditation, you are not thinking of the world. No thoughts of the world come, and you are at, because you are not involved during activities. You are not entangled during activities. You move about, did everything, lived with all people, one with all people in the field of activities. Ego did not come, desires did not come, hatred did not come, dislike did not come. So when you sit for meditation, immediately mind turns inward and goes, no obstructions come, no any hindrances come. Smooth is your movement within. The inner struggle may be different, but turning inward doesn't give any problem. Moving inside, the subtle aspects of our previous lives will be there to be tackled. Many things unmanifest, cannot be manifest in this life, in the human body, might be there, which we have to transcend by understanding why this is obstruction. Where is that? Cultivate inner renunciation and transcend. That is a different subject altogether. How to now, suppose I was a dog or a monkey in one of my past lives. All the samskaras of dog and monkey cannot manifest through this body. When I become a dog again and monkey again, spontaneously it comes out. When I become a tiger or a leopard, how I behave, entirely different. That I cannot, those samskaras cannot manifest, but it is there. And they will be through renunciation, through understanding of what is God, what am I. They are eliminated in a different way. My longing for God burns down all those vasanas which are unmanifest and cannot manifest through the human body. Love of God and longing for God. So here, first dive deep, plunge to the bottom, gather up the gems. Then you may do other things. Once the purpose of human life is finished, then nature and God will utilize you. Everything, see, whatever we earn, whatever we get in this world, we have to go give back and go. That is the plan of nature. I earn money, I earn my character, I earn my intelligence, I develop my intelligence, so many things, I develop my all faculty, skills and all that. I cannot carry any of this to the next life. The tendency remains to be a person like that again, but all that I have acquired, even the knowledge of computers or music, I have to leave here and go. I cannot carry. By chance, if you give it, whatever you acquired, you give it to someone, give it, distribute to others, then the merit of having sustained the tradition, sustained the samskriti, the culture, human culture is most, civilization is different from culture. Culture is how we live happily and joyfully. Other civilization, how can I sustain my life here? Sustenance belongs to civilization. Living happily, joyfully, peacefully belongs to culture. So you are protecting a culture by giving what you have earned in your life to others. This itself is a source of your evolution. It escalates you because you are one with nature. Nature expects all good and great things to be in this world. She herself constantly strives, radiates peace, beauty, perfection. All this she is radiating. So to earn, to gain and give away and go. Each thing you can't carry, you can distribute and give. Learn a music, learn a song, give to as many people as possible. Learn your education you finished, run for earning. Earning is necessary at the same time. Try to teach a few children what you have learnt in your life. Without any expectations, without any demands, because nature has given it to you and you distribute. By this you evolve, raising up from the human towards the divine is possible only this way. So, then you may do other things. But the problem is, nobody wants to plunge. You have to plunge, means you have to release yourself from all things if you want to. You can't hold on to anything. Leave and plunge. And come up. Again be with. When you sit for meditation, close all the doors of your existence. Ears, eyes, mind, everything is closed. You and God alone. It is, you may be having work throughout the day. 15 minutes you sit for meditation. 15 minutes for japa. 15 minutes for worship. 5 minutes for worship. Just wipe the picture of your Ishtadevata. Light a incense stick, keep a flower. That will be your worship. Whenever you eat anything, offer it to Ishtadevata and eat. That is your offering. So life itself has to be converted into a worship. And then here, this 15 minutes that you sit for meditation in the morning, no other things. That is time given exclusively to God. Everything, all mind, senses, everything is empty. God is invoked. Only my being is given there. That 15 minutes, I and God alone. Then get up and begin your activities. When you are doing activities, you should not forget God. And when you are sitting for meditation, world should not come into you. You move without world. All people you see, they are keeping the world inside and moving. Sadhaka moves. The Siddha, like Siddha, when he has attained, how he moves with God. Whole, wherever you touch and see, touch his mind, touch his heart, touch his body, anywhere you see divine flowing out. You touch anybody, world flows out. Immediately, pata, 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 things come out. This happened, that happened, here happened. How much of world we have filled, and there is no place for God to go and enter inside. So much. Any touch, any part, touch his mind, world flows out. Touch his heart, world flows. He cannot plunge. And it's so much he is he is charged with the world that he doesn't want to. The more worldliness in a person, he doesn't want to turn to God. He knows it is suffering, he knows the tension, he knows the frustration he is passing through, he knows the depression he is passing through, all mental ailments he has got. But he doesn't want to leave that world which is the cause of all and be at peace. No, he doesn't want. Nobody wants to plunge. People are without spiritual discipline and prayer. The majority of world belongs to this. Without renunciation and dispassion. And they are without dispassion and renunciation. Renunciation is not giving up the world, giving up the ego. The most important of renunciation is Bhagavane Anurag, Jagate Virag. Virag, that he is not holding the world, he is holding the God, but living in the world. We are holding on to God, we are living in the world. That is renunciation. If I say I dislike this world, I am escaping from the world, I am going away from this world, doesn't become renunciation. Renunciation is what you move to higher levels of consciousness because of your growth and evolution. You have grown to that size that you cannot live in the small houses with small relationships. I want to be big, I want to be vast. I offer myself to the divine beyond. I offer myself to the world. This is renunciation. Dispassion. I am not attached to anything. I eat my food. I joyfully eat my food. But I can live without food also, with minimum requirements. Raw food I can live with. I am not attached to any kind of food. I cannot live without this. I cannot live without. No, I can live with anything. So this is dispassion. Dispassion is not holding to world. Renunciation is giving myself to the world and to God. So people are without that. This most basic difference between animal and human. Human means he is endowed with giving himself, sacrifice for others, and for loving of God. If these are not there, he is in the lowest animal level of living human life. They learn a few words and immediately start to deliver lectures. Many people we see are caught in this mesh. We see people moving about, so many institutions coming up. Those who have not, they have tremendous capacity of presenting things. They have that skill, good orators, but not men of realization. They can charm, but they charm the people. Of course, those who introduce, we can utilize that for introducing ourselves with our knowledge. It is sharing. By that, by exchanging our understanding and knowledge and experiences, we evolve. Parasparam bhavayantaha shreya paramam apsata. Giving and taking, we evolve. The ego should not interfere anywhere. When exchanging knowledge, giving knowledge, I am sharing, I don't assume anyway, I am unassuming. I am so simple, I am free from ego. Then it is sharing. I am sharing my knowledge, I am sharing my experiences. I am teaching, I am giving, is different. Always, because these many people misunderstanding these words, they learn a few words and immediately start delivering lectures. That giving lecture is possessing ego and thinking myself more than what I am. That's why if I come down to guilelessness, purity, simplicity, humility, and then present my experiences, and when I do not tally with the reality, there are others to guide. Oh, what you told is not real. See here, this sage says like this. Others are there. We are exchanging. I am immediately ready to accept what others say because I am possessed of humility and simplicity. I want knowledge. I am sharing my experiences not to give with the ego of giving, but exchanging our knowledges to evolve. It is difficult to teach others. Only if man gets command from God, after realizing Him, he is entitled to teach. Teaching mankind is when we try to change our children, we will understand how difficult it is to teach others. I want my child to not to go in wrong ways. A mother, how much of effort she puts, how much of watch she keeps on her child, that he doesn't go in the wrong path, he goes in the right path. But the whole life she struggles, but she is not able to change his nature. Then we understand where is the power of teaching. I could not change my own child. The mother says, I could not change my own child. Whom to change? Why? Why could you not change? Because I have not been able to change myself. The thing is, there is a saying, don't worry if others do not act according to your will or your wish. You can't act according to your will and your wish. You yourself cannot act. So, it is very difficult. If I change myself, the whole situations change. The whole world changes. The thing is, I have to change. I have to attain. To the extent I am changed, to the extent I am evolved, God and nature utilizes me to fulfill their purpose, nature's purpose, God's purpose. They bring similar, and when you are fully bloomed with realization, you need not teach, go and teach. When the flower blooms, the bees come by themselves to suck that knowledge, to take that knowledge, receive. When the soul realizes, all those who are ready, who can perceive, who can understand, just rush there to gather. You can See any saint's life. Just people flow, receive, and cross over and go away. Whether it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Mirabai or anybody, any saint's life you see, how they transform the acharyas. Thus, conversing, the master came to the west end of the veranda. Yam stood by his side. Sri Ramakrishna had repeated again and again that God cannot be realized without discrimination and renunciation. Now, doubt enters in the mind of Master Mahashaya, that is the Yam, who is the author of the Gospel. We will see in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.